Okay, welcome back to research to search. Okay, today we're gonna look at a website, look at one of the academic databases, and see what elements we can identify there. So, how do we get to our library and our databases? Okay, so we click in my Penn West. Here it is, and then you will see what it says Penn West University Libraries. You click there and it will take you to the library website. From here, we want to go to resources. We can click here, databases A to C. Okay, here we have 98 databases that are available to us. Okay, which one I recommend? Well, it depends what you want to look at. Normally, for my needs, to address my information needs, I always go first to Academic Search Ultimate. But the idea is that because you want to become a professional librarian, is that you go to every database. That will take a long time, but it will be very useful for you to become familiar to the interface and to the to the collections that each database offers. There are big vendors. One is EBSCO. I think Academic Search Ultimate, it's an EBSCO product, okay? And there are others, but this is the one that I use to address my information needs. If I don't find what I'm looking for here, then I will switch to a different vendor or provider, whatever name you want to call it. So this is Academic Search Ultimate. What I do always first, and this is something that you may want to do or not, because I'm focused on my discipline, on my domain of library and information science, I want to limit my search to the databases, to the specific databases that are indexed by EBSCO in this collection of database, which is Academic Search Ultimate, on library and information science. So I will click here and I will see that all are selected here, or so I will select them all and then select the ones that I'm mostly interested in, which is library, information science source, and library, information science, and technology abstracts. I click select. So I'm now focusing on these two databases that are within the collection of databases that it's provided by EBSCO. Okay, if we look at the column at the left, we have my dashboard. This is what I have searched before, what activities do I have, alerts, and so on. So these are tools that you can use to help you with a project. If you want to get update information, if you want to get alerts, if you want to save your search or your document, etc. One thing that I want to say, the interface of databases changes continuously. Okay, that may do because they update their interface, or maybe because it depends on the access that we have to the database. There are many issues involved in academic databases. Of course, the most important one and the limiting factor for many users is that they are very expensive. I don't know the exact amount of dollars that cost to have a subscription with EBSCO, but I'm sure it's thousands and thousands of dollars. So, and they will sell subscriptions to different levels, to depending uh, how much information needs your institution have. So here is EBSCO. This is what it's available in our university, and they change interfaces. So what I was looking 2 or 3 years ago has totally changed. So we always have to get back again familiar with the interface they are using. Normally, we have three buttons here for three choices: full text, peer review, and all on time. When was the source, the original source, the in this case, I'm looking for serials when it was published. So you can click here, past 12 months, 5 years, past 10 years. And that will change according to the database and according to the journal and how was indexed, okay? So what I like to do, I like to go to advanced search. Okay. Why? Well, because it provides me with the windows here at the top where I can combine different keywords and control vocabulary to do my retrieval more specific, okay, more relevant. I can also add more fields if I wanted to. And if you see in the left windows, we have what is called the Boolean operators, okay, and or are not. I have other lectures on what do they mean, but if you want to limit your search, use the operator and. If you want to expand, you use or. And if you want to get a subset, then you use not. And you can combine them. That's the beauty of this logic in database search. On the right side, we have the searchable fields, or also is called access points to the source. So we have all fields, which it will search in every field. That means that you got an expanded search. All text, it's also a search that it will search in the text, in the main text of the journal article. Then you can limit by author, title, subject terms, and this is a control vocabulary, source, abstract, ISSN, and if it's a monograph, it will be ISBN, okay? So you can combine the Boolean operators and the searchable fields or access points. And that's a big advantage because sometimes you want to expand your search, but most of the time you want to limit your search to address the information needs of either your user or, in this case, when we are at the university, of the students or the professors or the staff members. If we go down here, we have the options to filter, and this is what they offer. They filter reference available. If if you want to see if the article has references, of course they have reference, but if they are available, if you want full text, if you're looking for peer review, in my case, I always click in peer review sources, okay? But that will be up to you and depending on your information needs. We always have to go back to what your information needs are, okay? Either yours or your user or your client or your patron. So that's something that you always have to take that into consideration. Then we have the publication date, and you can go all time, past 12 months, past 5 years, past 10 years, or you can select a custom range. Okay. Number of pages, I will put all. Now, there are here we have the two databases that we selected, and they have some specific filters. Type of publication, and this is what we call typology. So we have like academic journals, books, conference papers, conference procedures, periodicals, report, review, and so on. These are the options offered in this database. In the second database, library technology and library information science and technology abstract, they offer the type of publication, the document type, that's it, the typology, I'm sorry. I said here publication type. Publication types means about the container. And document type, it's about the type of document. That's a typology. I made a mistake, so my apologies. And also you can search by language in this database and by ISSN number. That's the serial number, okay? And then you can click search here. That's the first column about filters. Then you have a second one called search options. and you can find all my search terms. That's the one that is selected, but you can find near terms. You can find any of my search terms, and a smart search, a smart text searching too. You can have expanders, apply related words, also search within full text of the articles, apply equivalent subjects. So all of these options, filters and search options will let you, again, limit or expand your search. Then we can go to publications, and these are all the journal titles that are indexed in these two databases. Well, in this case, for this database, library information science and source publication, or library information science and technology abstract publication. So you can search for titles, okay, of the of journals that are indexed in these two databases. Finally, we have subjects, and subjects, it's a thesaurus. Okay, so this is what we call in library information science a control vocabulary. Okay, so here at the top we can search for keywords, and that's natural language. So we have a topic? Do we have a research question? We have to identify those keywords and add them there in the search, and it will search. But if we want to be more specific, we can use control vocabulary. Uh, where do we get the control vocabulary? Well, most of the control vocabulary is from the thesaurus, from Library of Congress, or the subject headings. Okay, that's where control vocabulary comes from. Specific disciplines may have also their own thesaurus. So here we have the two options to go with either or the library information science source subject terms database, or the library information science and technology thesaurus. So let's go to this first one, and then we'll go to the second one. Let's say you wanted look about maybe collections or children collection. Well, you can type here children and click here, and it will offer you some terms that are, again, control vocabulary. And you're looking for reading interest of children, or children's audiobook, etc., or children's book award. Well, let's click here in the first one, library services for children. Well, you can click here, and it will provide you the entry, the thesaurus that in the past it was printed, and now we have electronic thesaurus, and it will tell you what the preferred term is for your library services for children. That's a preferred term. A broader term is libraries. And if you want narrower terms, you can click of any of these activity programs, internet, libraries and children, libraries and poor children, reference services in children's library. Okay. You also can click in related terms. Children's library, libraries and men, libraries and women, libraries service users, and it tells you it's used for, okay, it's useful for all of this. Okay, there's something called explode narrower terms. We can click search all with all subject headings beneath the heading. So if you click that and you click this, it will search for all terms beneath the subject heading. So this is a thesaurus. As I said, we used to have that in the past as a printed in the printed format. I still think they are producing that, but of course now we have the advantage of being able to access remotely these academic databases. So the whole idea with this is that you practice as much as possible while you're doing your degree here at the university, because that will make you a more proficient searcher. Okay, I cannot emphasize enough the need to become a proficient searcher. I have other lectures, and in my podcast, I talk about peer review journal sources. Peer review journal sources is information that has been reviewed by other experts. Okay. They are mostly like peer review journal articles. They may be some monograph. They may be some conference proceedings, etc., etc. And the advantage of using peer review journal sources is that we get a level of relevance and authority that we don't get when we search the open web. So I recommend that when we are a school or public or or academic librarians to do our searches here. That's what makes us professionals, right? That doesn't mean that you cannot search in the open web. You can, but it will be always a good idea once you do your first search in the open web to get familiar with a subject. Then you go to a more to peer review journal sources to get sources with more authority because they have been reviewed by other experts. So please work on your skills in searching and get familiar with the different database providers and see, what the similarities or difference can you find in each database.